What's going on, guys? Today, awesome day today. Pretty cold outside, but we got our coffee. We're good to go. Camera gear, we're ready to go for that. Drone's down there. We're good to go. Let's get this drone up in the sky and get some shots. We're also going to give away a drone to one of you guys. Find out how you can enter.
Back when we were younger, but I never was ever hungry. Ah, leave me like this. You said you knew best, not by nothing less.
Alright, so today we're talking about drones and what you can do to up the production value of your drone shots so that way they stand out a little bit more. We're also giving away a drone. Now this drone is not going to be like the DJI Mavic Pro 2 or nothing like that. It's going to be one of those starter entry drones so that way you can learn how to fly this thing and be ready to buy like a DJI Mavic Pro 2, because let's face it, you don't want to buy that drone, cost $2,000-$3,000, whatever it is, and then crash it onto the ground. Now, in order to enter this giveaway, all you gotta do is be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, leave a comment and like the video and share the video. That's it, that's all you have to do. Now I'm gonna pick someone in the comment section, whether that be you make me laugh, something funny you might say, or something nice you might say about the video. I'm gonna pick someone in the comments and then I'm gonna give this drone away in a few days from now. So yeah, leave a comment. All right, so tip number one is definitely getting ND filters for your drone. Now I got my filters off DJI's website. I believe it's like $100. It comes in, I believe, 4 stops, 8 stops, 16 stops, and 32 stops. Now when I'm shooting with my drone, I like to shoot at aperture f4. I don't go any higher than that because if you go higher, it softens the image out and it just doesn't look good. And I don't shoot at like f2.8 because I find that it gives a little too much bokeh. You're not wanting to go with that when you're shooting a drone aerial shot. You're wanting to show everything that's there. So I like to stay at f4. Now if you're shooting at f4 and it's really, really bright out, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have everything overexposed. So that's where these ND filters come into play, and that's where you're gonna wanna use those. The filters are pretty easy to put on. All you have to do is just push in, turn, and they come right out, and then you can replace it and put in another one to put on your drone. Because you don't want to go all the way up to f11 like you said, is because it softens the image. Now if that's the only thing you can do because you can't afford the ND filters, then do that, that's great. But if you want to up the production value of your videos for your drone shots, this is the way to do it, definitely, hands down. Tip number 2 is learn your drone. Now I shoot in D-Log. I don't shoot in a normal picture profile standard. I don't shoot in that because it just doesn't look good. The blacks are way too black and the highlights are blown out. When shooting in this picture profile, it will definitely make your color grading so much easier. I love color grading this D-Log footage way better than the normal standard version inside the drone. It's way better. Also, what you want to do is go double your frame rate. Let's say you're shooting at 60 frames or 30 frames. You don't want to shoot at the shutter speed being really, really high. You want it to be lower, double your frame rate. Let's take this for an example. One is shooting at 60 frames per second at double the shutter speed, which is 125. And then the other one on the right is shooting at 60 frames per second with the shutter speed being 2000. You can clearly see that there's a huge difference in both of these shots. What you want to look for in these shots is that motion blur right there, because that's what looks most natural to our eyes. If you're looking at a higher shutter speed, that's more for photographers when they're trying to catch the right exact shot. Like if a hockey player is checking someone into the boards and you want to get all that action in there, that's what that's for. Another thing is learn your gimbal on your drone, how fast it is and how smooth it can operate. Go inside your settings, learn the gimbal speed. Don't want to turn it up too high because when you turn it up too high, it's very, very noticeable and it just looks really bad. So what you want to do is you want to turn that down. Now I normally turn it down to around 12 is where I think it's the nice sweet spot. So that way your shots are nice and smooth and they're not really noticeable to be really jerky back and forth really quick. You want them to be smooth. All right, so tip number 3 is to reveal your shots. Don't just shoot right, left, up and down and just shoot straight on. You want to get creative. If you're going to bring out a shot, you need to start from the bottom, work your way up. So it kind of gives your viewers what's going on here and they want to see what you're trying to show rather than just showing up and just shooting the exact thing that you're looking at right away. Reveal it and build into that shot. So stay away from just shooting boring, plain old shots where you're just flying the drone straight or flying it up and down or side to side. If you're gonna go side to side, do it on an angle where you're kind of swooping around that subject and not just shooting right to left. So guys, that's it. Short, sweet, simple, 3 points so you can up the production value of your drone shots. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.